Well, obviously he was providing a lot of offense for us. So obviously we didn't have him. I thought Tyrese had one or two decent chances there with one driving left, one driving right. They're pretty long and have some shot blockers in there, so we had to throw them up with a little more arc. Maybe usually makes that one going right. And then obviously we got. He hit the three ball after that, right, and then just not quite enough. We just, at the end they were kind of parading to the free throw line. We couldn't get a stop without fouling them. It seemed like they got one tip dunk anytime we did make them miss, right? They were keeping it alive. I don't know what they ended up with 12 offensive rebounds, but two of them were in the guts of the game. Were pretty big, yeah.
Nick, what happened on that the last play, the 5-second violation?
Was it 5 seconds? Yeah, it was 5 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, what were you trying to do? What were you guys
Yeah, we just ran that play for Tyrese, and we were just going to the next option on it, and it was for Yabu to pop back. They did a pretty good job of holding it up and switching everything. Yeah.
What did they do differently to Tyrese in the second half? In the first half, he had 22 points. Yep. In the second half, he shot 2 for 8 from the field. He had two big shots, but he still finished 2 for 8.
Yeah, well, they switched up some coverages. They were switching a lot 1 through 5 and ending up with some pretty lengthy guys on him. Obviously he got to the free throw line a bunch, and most of that was in the first half too. Just didn't have quite as many openings, I didn't think, in the second half, just because of the kind of putting 1.5 or 2 on him a lot of times, and he was. I thought he made a lot of the right plays, though. He didn't force too many. Obviously, when Paul went out, he had to go and take a few. A couple of those were pretty tough, but again, I think him going down the lane and with a little speed, and that's still a pretty good option at that point for us. Yeah.
Once Paul found out you went to Justin, does that kind of show the confidence that you have in him to be able to help in that?
Yeah, I think Justin had a decent game going, right? But it just wasn't. It was. It's him or Ricky, but he kind of played a lot more than Ricky and had been in the game a little bit. Just feel like that's what we needed. There wasn't a whole lot of other choices. I guess we could have went with Reggie or Jeff, but that was about it. Yeah.
Coach, how's the morale of the team this time? Very, very tough start to the year.
Yeah, listen, that was a tough one, but I thought we played our guts out. I don't think we played great tonight. We start the half at like 4 straight turnovers, but they were super engaged and playing really hard. But yeah, it's tough. I give the guys that were out there credit. Again, we stay hopeful that some of the other guys and bodies will get back, but these guys, I thought, gave everything they had tonight.
Coach, on the flip side, though, Paul has had a really good month, 2 really good games in a row.
Yep.
What has been the difference in him at the
I
start of the year?
don't know. Just feels like he's just kind of playing a little bit more free now, instead of thinking about what shots he should be taking or not taking. He's just going to play and creating shots and taking them, vaulting up, and just looks like he's not hesitant at all, right? He just looks like he's a lot more aggressive with just knowing he can get, either get a jumper off or get by somebody and get in the lane or whatever. Just a lot more decisive.
Do you remember when that switch happened?
Well, he obviously played really good in the second half of the game the other night, right? And then obviously from the start tonight, yeah.
Coach, obviously any NBA season's a marathon, but both sides limited.
Yep.
Paolo's on limited minutes. Paul fouled out late. Is this a bit of an extra challenge for either coach in this style of game?
Yeah, I think it probably showed itself just the way it was roster-wise, right? With a bunch of guys out, he's same as me. He's playing a bunch of guys that you probably are not in the rotation or even up with the team or whatever that kind of stuff is, and we both were just kind of gutting it out and trying to come up with ways to get stops and ways to get create some buckets, and they just kind of made the plays down the stretch, made a couple shots.
Was there a guy on either side that kind of surprised you with the way they have performed tonight?
Well, obviously we've been watching. Anthony was amazing in the first half, but we did know that he's been playing great and playing super aggressive. And I think again, like I thought Black did a good job of being ultra aggressive and getting by us and getting into the paint as well. Probably those two guys, yeah.
Nick, talking about that, what do you attribute that to? 'Cause it just seems like it's been a trend a little bit where guards, young guards,
Yeah, rim protection's a little limited right now.
so because of that, it enables them
Yeah,
to be able to
Yeah.
do what they want.
yeah. They're obviously making a point to do it with our limited rim protection, right? All this week, yeah.
Hey, Coach, could you talk a little bit about Isaac and Bencaro? They seem to be the difference makers at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they were, first of all, at the defensive end, they were involved in a lot of the actions, making sure they were, especially Isaac, guarding the ball, right? And he obviously is a really good, defender with his quickness combined with his length. And then again, I think on the glass, keeping balls alive. Isaac, obviously, I don't know what he got in the fourth, but it seemed like all of what he did was pretty important, right? And again, just with his hustle combined with his athleticism, and Bencaro made a couple great reads to him too when we're trying to bottle up Bencaro with a double team or whatever it was. He was delivering some strikes to Isaac, so pretty good combo at both ends.